Hello friends, my name is Uglyfish and I have found a new game to test my fish skills on. This game is called Aquarist and is a realistic shop management and fish farming simulator which, unfortunately, doesn't bode well for me. I have little to no hand-eye coordination and I get severely motion sick from first-person games. So I'm going to let you know I am very sorry, but this could be seasickness central. Aquarist is still in development, but there is a demo level available on Steam. That's what I will be playing today. I've been looking for a game like this for such a long time, so I am very excited to play this. I've taken a tablet, I've had some ginger, I've got my little anti-sickness wristbands on. I am ready to go. So even without a fish tank, this room is already better than my fish room at home. Fantastic view, look at all that wall space, perfect for fish tanks. I think it wants me to put the fish tank on this table though. Already straight away I'm going to say I'm dubious about that because in front of that window with all that light you're going to get so much algae. I suppose I won't have to spend money on an actual light though, will I? Maybe I won't be able to spend money on anything. How do I buy this? How? I've got clothes. I've got options to buy more. I can't believe I've fallen at the first hurdle. I know I said I wasn't good at simulator games, but this level of badness. Oh, well, thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. And oh, I think I found it. There it is. There it is. It's white, and the corner of the table is white. I don't think I'm meant to be doing it this way round. Well, that's problem one solved. Anyway, I'm already fantastic at this game because I've bought a tank. Quest number 2 is buy shovel and soil. I will be able to fly through this now because I've learned where the buy button is. Okay, so it's still not flawless execution because I accidentally bought 2 shovels, but never mind, I'm sure there will be a reason. It will come in useful somehow. Now I've got to start pouring the substrate in. My plan is to have it sloping so there's more substrate at the back, at the front. That way you can add like depth to your tank, get a nice planted thing going with foreground plants. I don't know if I can do this on the game. Is that even going in? Oh my god, look at that. Well, full marks for immersion there, but there's a possibility this could take me a while. That's a gradient. Might not be quite what I described, but that is a gradient. I am done with them. Time to buy and put 10 decorations in the aquarium. Okay, so what you're saying there is I have 10 chances to try and use the buy button correctly for once. So I bought the 10 things successfully. There are exactly 10 things there. Unfortunately, they are all maybe a little bit smaller than I expected, and I know full well I'm going to be given options to adjust the scale of them. Personally, I'm worried about my own dexterity, is that the right word? My own ability to even use the mouse, because what I am trying to make happen and what is happening doesn't quite match. I can't even get this in the tank now. This will 100% be a me issue. This isn't the game. I am also starting to get extremely motion sick though, so one last attempt, one final thing to do, last ditch effort. I'm just going to throw it in. Might be smaller than I expected, but it is submerged. I mean, it's a tank, isn't it? Fish can live in it, and that is all I expected of myself. The next step is to buy a filter. Filters are very important. That info there was completely right. All tanks need a filter, and before you add fish to your aquarium, you should cycle the tank with the filter in, and that will help grow beneficial bacteria. That can take about 2 months, so as much as the game claims to be super realistic, that would be too much realism even for me, so I'm just going to plop it in. Next step is to buy a heater. I want to keep tropical freshwater fish, so a heater is very important for me. Again, gonna just plop that in right there if I can. I'm not very good at this. It's stuck on. I will stick with it. The next thing to do is to buy a thermometer just to make sure your temperature stays consistent. I am going to say that sticking things onto transparent things is very difficult for me. Most things are though, to be fair. I'm not particularly skilled. It says you scroll to move item, and my character, rather than moving it across the pane of glass, which is what I wanted, just moved it to and fro from my face. Right, it wants me to buy 5 fish. I'm not going to try and pronounce that name, but I'm pretty sure that's clownfish. And I would have decorated the tank a little bit differently if I'd have known it would be saltwater fish that I was putting in, because they had some lovely coral options in the decorations. But never mind, 5 fish, gonna throw them right in. I have literally just been throwing them in as well. I don't condone that. Please don't throw your fish into the tank. But the game is happy with me. It says time to feed the fish. Am I done? Is this my first tank? Sorted? Eat up, fellas. Have a bit of fish food. And enjoy your new home? Well, that's a Dark Souls screen if I've ever seen one. Everything is dead. There's algae on the tank, like I said that there would be, because of where it is on the light. It says I never turned the filter on. And all the fish are just there floating. That is miserable. I really didn't expect to see that. Buy a net, get the dead fish out. Well, yep, that's the first step we're going to have to do. Click to drop fish, choose some quiet place for it. So I didn't get to choose to put salt water in for the saltwater fish, but I do get to choose where it spends the afterlife. I tried to put it in a drawer like a fish morgue, but I couldn't. It's just on the floor there. Scoop up another. Maybe I could throw him out back to nature. No, because the window's shut. Okay, you can stay on the windowsill. The whole room is quiet, to be fair. I'm definitely fulfilling the quest requirement. See if I can cremate one. Nope. I don't know where he's gone. Oh, he's alive! He can just get grilled nicely over there. This is a very weird part of the game, if I'm honest. Again, let's try with the fish morgue. Nope. Another floor fish. Okay. Sorry that you haven't had a dignified end, fellas. Just done with them. Sorted. He can sit there. It's fine. There is a bin in the top corner there. I didn't want to throw them in the bin because I thought that would be too undignified, as if what I've just subjected them to is any kind of dignity. So the sides of the tank are covered in algae. Clean that with a sponge. Oh, do I literally get to sweep across the whole? That is satisfying. Oh, I enjoy that. That is almost as nice as doing it on a real life tank. Oh, scrub, scrub. Get that clean. Ready for the next lot of fish that I'm going to massacre. That was incredibly satisfying. Look how spotless that tank is now. Got to turn the filter on. Oh, the heater wasn't on either. So not only did the fish suffocate to death, they probably also froze to death as well. It doesn't really tell me what to put the temperature up to though, so I'm going to go for 28. I very much hope that is in Celsius and not Fahrenheit, otherwise I'm going to be cooking some fish next. And I think I'm going to go for freshwater fish, so they all look like marine fish. There's angelfish at the top that look like standard freshwater angelfish. I will plop them in. They look lovely actually. I've got an angelfish in my main tank in with my tetras, and he's absolutely fine with the tetras. But I have to say, as much as I love him, he's a bit of an ugly brute. He's not as nice as these 5. Don't tell him I said that, though I don't want to make him sad. I've got a background here. I'm going to put that against the window so not as much light gets into the tank. Oh, I don't even know what I was trying to do there. Why did I stick it to the wrong side? Fully my fault. The game is asking me to buy a lamp for the tank. I've got to be honest, personally, I wouldn't, because this room is so bright and I have stupidly made the tank face in the window. But we're going to pop it on anyway. I am a big fan of blue lights in fish tanks, and I read recently it's actually really bad for the fish. So I think if I still had the clownfish, God rest their souls, I would be using the blue light. But seeing as it's freshwater fish, I'm happy to stick with the white light. And actually, I'm going to say I'm quite happy with the tank. There are a few little things I would change on it. Because I stuck the background to what I was using as the front of the tank, I've covered up the thermometer, so that's made that redundant. The game is also asking me to bin a decoration, but once I've finished that little tutorial bit, I'm probably going to put more plants into the tank. But this looks a lot better, doesn't it? Hopefully I won't come back in a week's time and find 5 dead fish. So this video is in memory of them. It is dedicated to my 5 clownfish. May they find peace in the fish tank in the sky, and that is the end of the demo. So, ignoring my own inability to use a mouse, which sometimes made things difficult, and the tragic loss of my first 5 fish, I think this is a brilliant game. There's a lot of variety, it is really in depth, and it is going to let me live out my dream of owning 6 million fish tanks without actually having to buy and maintain 6 million fish tanks. So, I realise fish shop owning life simulators is probably a bit of a niche market, but I am that niche market. As soon as this game comes out, I am going to be buying it. Probably going to have to find a cure for motion sickness before then though, because I do not feel well right now. So as much as I would like to continue making the tank look spectacular, I am probably going to stop there. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you don't feel anywhere near as seasick as I do. I really appreciated you being here. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like or a thumbs up below. And if you'd like to see more from the channel, feel free to press subscribe. It would be lovely to see you again. But until then, bye!